Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Well, today I'm going to be making my meat street pita or my street meat pita. Kind of interesting. First time I had one of these pitas, me and my husband, we were RVing and we were walking. Man, we had been all over San Diego. It was crazy. We walked like 14,000 steps that day. It was crazy that day. And we were starving. And so we came upon this little shack and it was kind of cute. It's not a real shack, but they call it like the pita shack. And it was so cute. But we decided, okay, we'll have something to eat here because we got to eat now. So we ordered two pitas. They had quite a few of them on the board. And let me just tell you, this thing was delicious. It was the most plain thing I had ever eaten, which was great because you know me, I'm kind of plain. But I want to remake this for you because this is what I'm going to make for football this week, because I just love these. Every once in a while we have these, especially during the winter time mostly because then we can have some chili with it or whatever else we want with it. So this is my street meat pita. Super easy. You'll love it. I have 1 pound of hamburger. I'm just going to go ahead and break it up just a little bit like this. And then there's this pita was awesome for me because, you know, I'm not into let's have a big thing, let's carry it, let's keep walking, let's do our thing. I want to sit if I'm going to have a big meal. This thing was so light and airy. At first I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be full. Guess what? You're full. It's delicious. It is really super good. Super simple. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a teaspoon of parsley. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of my beef nor broth or bullion, I should say. And I'm going to take one and put it in here. And this mixture is supposed to be, your meat is really what it's about, is your meat and your pita and the crisp you get on your pita. Because there is nothing in here except for seasons and meat. And that pita, and then cooking that pita with a little bit of olive oil in it, and it coming off thin and crisp. This is just so interesting. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. That's why I say these are super simple to make, super delicious. Every time I make these, everybody goes, why don't you make these more often? I don't know. I forget. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you can do these any way you like. I've had them where it's more of a Mediterranean, more of like a little bit of an Asian spice. It's anything you want to make it. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper. You know, my go-to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get this. I'm going to set this here. Nothing else goes in that bowl. Nothing else. So what I'm going to do is put my pitas here and get my pan situated over here. And I'm going to put about, not very much olive oil in here. You don't want it to be greasy. You just want, so I would say I'm putting like about a half a tablespoon. I just barely want to coat the bottom so I can get a crunch on that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here's our pitas. I'm going to go ahead and get this meat mixed right now, right here in front of you guys, so you guys can see it. And this is, because like I said, this is really all you do, you guys. And this will come out super good. Now, this is a fantastic snack. This is a good thing for a salad. Or you could do soup in this, because it's going to be the way you want it. You can use any seasoning you want. Like I said, I think we had one Mediterranean, and then we had one that was basically, I think the only thing it didn't have in it, honestly, was the lemon pepper. That's all about me. But it had all these other seasonings when we went to the other place. I even think it had a little bit of thyme in it. So we had one Mediterranean one, and we had one plain one, because I'm more plain than my husband. So look at, this is just mixed in. All these seasons are mixed in. It's not going to be too much because remember, nothing else goes in this pita except for this meat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this sit on my counter for a minute. I'm going to give a hand wash. And then what I'm going to do is get the pitas out, get the pan plugged in. We're going to come back because I'm going to have to touch the meat again. So I'm going to have to cut the pita in half. So before I start rolling, I'll show you how to cut the pita in half and what I do. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Got the hands clean. We're all good. Cut some pitas up here. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do one. I just basically cut this pita. And let me tell you something. These pitas are really easy to use because they're really thin. I recommend Joseph's. I'll put it up this way. They're super delicious. And I like all my other pitas I use too, but these ones are my favorite. Look at how easy these open. And that's what you want. You want to be delicate because these pitas are a little bit thinner, which is good. But for my dish, this is the kind of pita I need. You can buy a thicker one if you like. It really doesn't matter. But let me tell you, these cook fast. And these are delicious. Super easy. I don't ever have a lot of breakage. And it's mostly because of my heavy hand. And I love street food. I do. Street food is a big deal for me. Like when we go to anywhere. First thing me and my husband do, because we are foodies, we love food. We'd rather do street food sometimes than to go sit down at a real fancy restaurant. Because street foods are fun. And you get to learn how different people do it, you know, and how other things are made. But I am a big street food person. I'm going to put my to 300 and see how hot it gets real fast. I'm going to put it to 350. I can turn it down lower. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to stuff these. Okay, so I'm going to use my plate here because I am an overstuffer, guys. So I do have to kind of watch myself and not overstuff because you can overstuff them. And they're good. Don't get me wrong. But if you overstuff them, they're not as good as the right amount of stuffing. So what I do is I took 2 tablespoons and I'm going to grab a pita. Grab one, anyone. And I'll be able to tell. I actually think I have a little too much. Because what you want to do is kind of go like this so it'll be nice and easy. There's a little technique. Like if you kind of roll him like this, stick the meat right inside the pita. And then just open your pita. Trying to be delicate and show you. Good God, sometimes when you try to show somebody and you're more delicate, it doesn't go as easy for you for a second. Man, I'm always wrapping these. These are super easy. So basically what you do is, I'm trying to center the meat. I didn't drop the meat quite the way I wanted to drop it. Okay, so basically you just put the meat right in here, guys. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is just start pushing on the meat. You already have it way down in the pita. Just press up. Just start pressing up. And you'll know if you have too much meat. It'll be like a mini cheeseburger. And, you know, you can call these your cheeseburger pitas, whatever you want. They're going to be delicious. You can add more stuff, but the street foods, normally when you go places and you eat street foods, like when you go to Mexico, you eat the tacos, they just give you a taco with some cilantro, some onion, things like that. So these meat pitas are supposed to be plain. Where the flavor comes into it is the actual technique of just heating the pita, cooking it through. And you know, this raw meat is going to cook back absolutely perfect. You will have no problem. Just go ahead and squeeze your pita meat out. Try and get it as even as possible, as high as you would like. But this is super easy, and I'm just trying to do it real nice for you. If you just put it in there and you started rolling it, it'd be perfectly fine. Okay, so let's get another one. These are super easy. With the order, it was 2 actual pitas, so that's 4 slices for $5. We got this much food for $5. That's pretty good. Because food is expensive. So I'm going to take 1 and a little bit more. 1.5, like. I'm just going to go ahead and just put it with my hands like this. And then I'm just going to stick it in here and just roll. Remember, make it your own. It's your own. You'll do this. Do a couple, 2, 3. It's like I always say with everything. Good Lord. When I start doing tamales, oh man, my hands are all tied up for a second. Get me into doing things 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Man, I could do this in a heartbeat. And remember, if you put too much meat, no problem. Okay, so see, this one even stuffed easier. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, okay, look at my pan is ready. Okay, let me see here. I got some smoke coming off this pan. Wow, let me turn it down a little bit to about 325. Woohoo, we got some smoke. Let me go here. That's what you want. You hear that little crackle? This is what you want. Let me come back here. We're gonna put these 2 in. Oh, that's perfect. I'm actually going to keep my pan at 350. I want to keep cooking, keep cooking. We're going to put these right over here. We got our spatula. Shouldn't take that long to cook. Remember, this meat is raw. It will not take too long to cook. You'll be very pleased. And you'll get the feel of the meat. The only reason I go ahead and I tell you guys we're going to do, I don't want to overstuff it. I've overstuffed it. There's nothing wrong with overstuffing it. If you like a lot of meat, overstuff it. If you don't, but this is how they did it, and it was a fantastic mixture. Like I said, I was so surprised that I was full. I couldn't believe it. Let me check these. These don't take long to cook. Oh my gosh, look at that. Do you see that? That is absolutely gorgeous, that color. Oh my gosh. The other one is gorgeous too. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to let them cook. Actually, my pan is cooking a little high, so I'm going to turn it down just for a second. We're going to finish stuffing a couple more of these, and then we're just going to get these in. And then you don't serve it with anything. When we got them, they didn't give us anything. They didn't give us any sauces. Feel free to use your own sauces. It was a street food. It was you grab and you go. And I love that because we walked so much that day and had so much fun when we were in San Diego. It was so much fun. And like I said, I love street foods. I think street foods are awesome. They taste so delicious. And sometimes you can even get a better rendition than you can get at a fine dining experience. Okay, oh my gosh, look at these. They're gorgeous. Look at, that meat is cooking inside. That meat is cooking delish. Actually, I'm going to go back and turn my pan back to 350. Because I'm going to put more in here. And like I said, this is super easy. You could roll these or squish them out and then cook them all at once. So I'm going to do it for the football game. So we're just going to be a few of us this week. I'm just going to do it. So looks beautiful. We're going to put it in here. Going to wipe our hands. I'll make more later, but there's enough for us to eat right now to try. And then what I'm going to do is just check your oil content because you want a little bit of grease on these. You want that to cook. And that's what a street food is. It's beautiful. Oh, look at these ones. Absolutely gorgeous. Turning. Okay. Oh my God, it smells delish. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take these off. These are done. My hamburger is perfectly done in here. And you can use pork, lamb, hamburger, whatever you want. And we'll keep these two cooking real fast. I'm just going to pat them. They're not greasy at all, really. They are not that greasy. They are fantastic. This is what they look like. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to go ahead and flip these two over. Oh man, cooking delish. Okay, so this is what my beautiful pita looks like inside. Look at that. See that little piece of meat? That thing is going to fill you up. That is going to be delicious. Let's take a bite. Mm-mm-mm. This thing has so much flavor. Oh my gosh. That meat patty with that crispy pita is absolutely delicious. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. Thanks for all my new subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, blessed week.